Hey guys. I don't know if anyone told you yet today, but damn, you are so fucking attractive. And it's not the summer beach glow or the new haircut. It's definitely not them broom-looking fucking eyelashes. No, it's nothing physical at all, really. I mean, I'm sure your outer self is just fucking lovely. Minus them fucking eyelashes. You all know how I feel about them. But you know what? Honestly, you're most attractive when you realize how to put your energy out to the world before your physical self is even remotely thought of. It's true. Because this is where you're allowing your higher self to emerge. That energy version of you that is truly the best version of you that you have. See, for us to step into our best timelines, for us to be our best selves, we have to begin by healing our own energies. First and foremost, it has to be the main fucking focus. And guys, we really fucking need to do this. Because healing those energies, okay, means we are choosing to embrace a more aligned lifestyle for ourselves, a higher vibration that exists for us when we allow ourselves to embrace our best energy. Embrace it as it's flowing through us. And here's the fucking kicker, okay, you guys? When we do so, we allow ourselves to be open and alert, which is guaranteed to make us see clearly, okay, what is truly around us at any given time. Fuck, you know what? Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's wrong. Because maybe we actually feel it first, and then that's when we are finally able to see it clearly. Yeah. And, I'm being real here, okay? Because fact is fact is fact. Facts on facts on facts. And this, my friends, is a fact that I hope you choose to remember, okay? Every moment after you hear it, remember, you attract into your life a reflection of the energy work you have done. The work you put in energetically is what you become to know physically. And I know that's right because my nose is itching, and that means my guides are like, yes. Snaps! It's true, because this realization changed my whole concept of who I am in my own fucking life. And, I guess also who I allow to enter or re-enter my life now. And I just thought, maybe my friends out in podcast land out there might want to know how they too can start getting better at focusing their own energy to attract only what they want in life and be rid of whatever the fuck they don't. I mean, look, even if we are changing the game, we're still gonna need some fucking good players, right? That's all I'm saying. Of course we are. And that's where all of us, you, me, the people you share this podcast with, or what you've heard in it, every single fucking one of us comes into play. So, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. And this is where we're going to sit today. We're going to sit with it. We are all going to be our energetic selves for this entire fucking episode. My goal is that throughout this episode, you find yourself feeling my energy. Feeling my energy as if we were physically sitting face to face having this conversation. Because energetically, as we proceed here, we are basically doing just that. See, my guidance came through loud and clear. And part of that guidance is that this episode is to be viewed as us coming upon like a crossroad in our journey. So here we are, right? At a place where we all have the opportunity to let go of anything that has been holding us back. And guys, you can do this. You can do this. Even if you are, I don't know, the type of person who is still feeling a little unsure of how your own energy systems work. Remember, as we learn, we grow. And if we can grow together, we all rise. So, no worries. No worries need to be had here, my friends, because I got you. I got you. I want us all to rise. They do. Because here's the real fucking deal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter if you're aware of the things that are blocking you or completely clueless. Nope. It doesn't fucking matter at all. That's the beauty of working with and understanding our own energy. All we have to do is set the intention that we are releasing what holds us back, and then trust and let the universe flow through our life, and then watch in amazement as those old barriers just fall away. We will see that once what we once thought to be, these giant impassive walls of fucking concrete have actually always just been lines drawn in the sand. And through this release of the old, we are able to welcome in the new. Overcome what was to come into our own. Shit. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready, because once we do, you're never going to want to go back to living that old way again. That, I can promise you. So let's start with this, okay? I can't even talk. Simple observation, if you will, okay? The words listen and silent are made of the same letters. Tapping into our energy takes a lot of both of them for success to be had. And since our words are also another form of energy, then I don't really think that's done by accident. See, many believe that our own words are powerful and contain a sense of energy magic in them, okay? That's why the way we communicate with our words is so important and impactful. Yeah, that's why they call it spelling. It's like a modern linguistic twist on plain old-fashioned alchemy. We just don't readily accept that is actually what we're fucking doing. I'm reminded of Fucking George Carlin. He said, we think in language. The quality of our thoughts and ideas can only be as good as the quality of our language. Yeah? And it got me thinking maybe it's time we slow our language. We let it go beyond the mind-based words of it all. Maybe our language is meant to be more energetic than we realize. I mean, we cannot listen if we are thinking or talking, can we? No, not fucking really. We can only develop our listening skills by allowing the silence to surround us. The energy of that void is where we hear beyond words. It's where we feel the energy of what was vibrated through the vocal cords. And some think the spells we speak are part of what's keeping us dulled in the way we live our lives today. And to some extent, I don't fucking disagree. I think we're so wrapped up in filling our silence, filling it with, using our phones as a buffer to keep us entertained and not allowing that silence to just be felt, yeah? Yeah, watching TV instead of sitting in meditation, walking in nature with our headphones blaring in our ears because, God forbid, we enjoy the silence or the small chirpings that nature offers all around us, yeah? We are stepping into a world where each day we allow ourselves to be less and less inspired by the sound of silence. We have been conditioned to essentially silence our silence for so long that now we are uncomfortable with it. We try to fill lulls in conversation by saying more, where I think we're actually meant to absorb words already spoken, and in doing that, allow our heart to feel what those spells may be casting upon us in that moment. We should learn again how to sit in that silent space and not just fill it with more words that mean less. I don't know. I thought about this the other day, you guys. I was thinking about how much we allow our minds to control what's next in our life. I mean, just look at how often we run around doing what we think, saying what we think. Why is it easier for us to honor our thoughts over our feelings? I don't know. But if you look at how humans are, for some fucking reason, it is. It is. We dismiss feelings as frivolous or something like that, and we pump up our thoughts as the best fucking thing there is. Logic, right? And the word logic, okay, it comes from the Greek word logos, which means reason, idea, or word. Is it any wonder today that we focus so heavily on logic to guide our words? I mean, it's right there in the meaning of the word itself. Logic has become a way for us to dismiss the spells we cast by reasoning that our words are valid and true, and that the ideas of the brain are just. But are they always? And talk about a fucking role reversal, right? I don't know. I guess for me it's just interesting. I mean, if we look at how much emphasis we place upon the logical brain and how that is what makes us human, then we should be able to use our logic to view how that same practice makes us less human as well. I mean, think about this. Think about it. How often do you feel the beating of your own heart? No, really, honestly. It's not too often. The brain is running the show, And we as humans are living on autopilot because of it. We are here to step into a better awareness of what should be running our lives. And I'm telling you, it's the same beating fucking organ that runs your body. Never asking you to prove anything to it. Silently beating within your chest, waiting for you to feel for it what it has always felt for you. Yeah? And you know, the brain is our language center for communication on Earth, right? That's why those words we speak, just like good old George said, right? They should be felt within before we make them into the energy that goes out into the world. Yeah? I mean, think about how when you heard that someone, that you cared about or whatever spoke badly of you behind your back, and when you found out about it, how did that make you feel? And now think about someone giving you lots of praise and how that feels. How can you say that we don't feel words? I say we do. And I say that, that old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It sounds like a spell if I ever fucking heard one. A spell, maybe, to protect our asses from dumbass words of hurtful, unaware people, yeah? That we meet along our path. Yeah. No one can know for sure, right? But I mean, you gotta admit, it does sound like it, doesn't it? Because if we're being honest, we all know how much words can hurt us. I don't know. Words here on earth have power if we give power to them. So I think it's just something we should all be mindful of. We really should feel our words more from our hearts, and then see if we still want to say what that brain logics that we should. See, part of being aware of ourselves is knowing ourselves, and part of being able to really do that comes from allowing ourselves to learn more from the heart. And I don't know about you, but I found that it is kind of fucking difficult to deal with anyone who is not self-aware. It's because people with no self-awareness do things, and honestly, they never stop to fucking think how what they're doing could impact others. Hence why someone wrote a fucking sticks and stones spell, huh? Fucking see? So, it's in all our best interest to become better at knowing ourselves. That's all I'm fucking saying. And that goes right back to the heart being able to feel what we are thinking before we say or do it. How do we get better at listening to the silent guidance of our hearts when the brain is often too loud for us to even hear it beating? That's the question, my friends. That's the fucking question. And I have one solution, and of course, it's not the only one. But one is better than none. So here you go. We gotta stop chasing the stimulations. Like, when did we decide that it's not okay to be bored? That it's not okay to be silent or sit alone for a while? I'll tell you when. When we started getting so in depth with our tech that we began clinging to instant gratifications. We need to detox ourselves from this way of life if we want to get better at living in tune with our higher self and really start listening to the heart when it speaks its loving logic to us. That's how we regain our clarity. That's how we feel ourselves and become aware of what we're doing and what truly speaks to our souls. And that, my friends, is called centering. And understanding how to do that for yourself will lead you to your own growth. It will lead you to feeling more and more conscious of the world you find yourself a part of. And it doesn't mean we completely disregard all the technologies we have. Not saying that, okay? We advance, and that's needed. But intelligence is meant to be felt first, through the heart. That's why the artificial intelligence we're diving into is such a cause for concern. Now, like I always say, we feel in order to know, not fake know in order to feel. It just don't fucking work that way. I don't know. And again, sheeple will go where the false shepherd leads them, whether it's for their best good or not. There's this saying, the best way to keep a prisoner from escaping is to make sure he never knows he's in prison. That right there is how we live on earth today. As prisoners, blissfully unaware of the cage we live in, and we just continue to take the meals they give us, right? The freedoms we think we have. But in truth, it's only those that they allow us to think we have. Again, thinking from the brain, right? But soon, the more self-aware we become, the more we listen to our heart, soon we realize that we weren't really free after all. But again, we can only realize it if we feel the truth our heart beats to us in code all the time. And we have to be able to see ourselves first to honor and listen to that beautiful heart message. We have to trust and know that while everything has its purpose, that we always have the ability within us to see beyond the current situation. That's how we align ourselves with our own goodness and truth. That's how we feel our own self-love. And that's the only love that will make us scale the walls of these prisons of false freedom that we have become forced to live in. As well as, overcome any artificial intelligences that may try to come along and hinder what our hearts know deep down to be true. What all this really boils down to, you guys, is coming into our own sense of wholeness and accepting it. And we do this from whatever point we happen to be at in our life, right? Meow. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I just rewatched Super Troopers for the first time in forever. Sorry. Meow. See, we get ourselves more and more to our whole self by being in the present. We have to be. Otherwise, the love in our life becomes conditional. And that is not what is for our best good. If we allow the brain to tell us things like, oh, when I have this much money in my account, or when I finally meet the right person, then I'll feel whole. That's us allowing the brain to focus on a success point that doesn't necessarily even exist. And in doing that, you're attaching to an outcome. That's living your life with that tunnel vision that I talked about before, right? That will only lead to stress, my friends. And honestly, fuck that. Don't fall in love with potential. Simple as that. Just be. Don't try to fix things. Just let them be and let them heal. And they will heal because of a simple little term called acceptance. Hold a space where things are perfect as they are, because truth is, they always are. You have to believe that it's all working as intended, and you can only do that when you listen to your heart and follow the path that's unfolding before you. It won't fucking happen if you're trying too hard to see exactly where that path leads. You gotta trust the path to unfold. the more we allow that brain of ours to battle with pros and cons in any situation, the more we move into the head space and out of the heart space. Gotta learn to trust that path and trust the heart. It's true. And we can honor ourselves if we embrace the mystery of life a little more. We just gotta realize that the brain who tells us we need certainty for our own inner peace, is running off our old fears. And if we can learn to accept the courage in our own hearts in the face of that fear, then we can see that inner peace comes more from a place of trust than it does from a place of logic. And I can tell you, personally, for me, it's been a great relief to not need to understand all the time. It's been a fucking weight off my shoulders to just trust and live every day and just know that somehow it's all working out. And then the fucking joy I see when it comes in is beyond anything I felt before. I hope you embrace this and feel that too. I really do. See, I've learned that the more we can accept things, people, etc., in life as they are, the easier it becomes to heal ourselves and allow others to heal themselves, because, I don't know, it's only in that acceptance that we can see things really are perfect just as they are. It's a place that we are whole. We are whole because we're all in, right? We're fully aware of our present moment. And when we live in that moment, that's when we all have the power to step onto our path that is leading us to our brightest future and the best versions of ourselves. But it all starts with a bit of surrender. It's fucking about surrendering the so-called intelligence in favor of some good old-fashioned mindlessness. Allowing the heart to guide us into loving without limits. And also finding yourself. Finding yourself fucking attractive. Loving yourself as you are. Right? Meow. Because it's only in that space that healing can take place. Because, well, you just fucking know you're worth it all. It just takes a little trust and enough courage in your heart to take that first step. I hope you do. Because remember, when we choose our lives from the heart, from a place of compassion and integrity for what is best in our moments, we can't ever go wrong. I'll say it's time we all take responsibility for our lives and honor them as the creative adventures that they are, that they were always meant to be. So I'll end it here. And with one question to, make you guys think, or feel to think until we meet again in our next episode. How can you live your life with greater meaning, integrity, and truth? Okay. Think about it. Feel it. And that's all for meow. Much love, my friends, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.